Well, each year in San Diego County, more than 400 youth age out of the foster care system without a family, support system, or a place to call home. And that's where Lifeline Community Services steps up as a beacon of hope with services to keep at-risk youth on the right track. Lifeline CEO Don Stump is joining us to share more about the nonprofit's legacy and their mission. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, for the past 50 years, Lifeline has been serving San Diego County's most vulnerable children, families, and adults and giving them the support they need to change their story. Tell us about it.
Well, for 50 years, we've been working very hard at working with some of the most disadvantaged in the community, and our real goal is to help lift them up and help them find the support that they need and really help them change their own story. Our 5 program areas, the way that we do that is our juvenile delinquency prevention, child abuse prevention and intervention, anti-human trafficking efforts with victims and survivors. We do behavioral health work with youth and their families, and then we provide housing and supportive services to former foster kids.
Now, your nonprofit touches the lives of 25,000 individuals and families each year, and half of your clients live below the federal poverty level, and they come from a variety of backgrounds.
Yes, and the one thing that unites all these families is really economic instability. We've really designed the services funded by SDG&E to really work across all our 5 program areas that I discussed, and these can be families below the federal poverty level. They could be working families that are just on the edge of homelessness that we want to make sure they don't leave and lose their home. And then for other families like our survivors of human trafficking, it's really helping them get a start in their first house.
Now, can you break down some of Lifeline's programs that help youth and families overcome poverty, trauma, and homelessness on their path to self-reliance?
A couple of examples of programs that we have would be our Communities in Action program. With that, we have a staff person who is assigned to work with a family really as a mentor, and they coach them through sort of their whole economic budgeting, expenses, and try and help them really stabilize and get the support that they need. And then secondly, we have our LifeSpring program where we work with former foster kids, and our staff really serve as a pseudo-parent that's really helping those young people learn all those skills that kids would learn from their parents about economic stability and how to really move forward and become independent in life.
Now, your nonprofit was awarded a $250,000 grant from SDG&E's Community Assistance Fund. How will this support help you further your efforts?
Well, we're really working across our program areas with some emphasis on our services to former foster kids, our youth development programs for kids experiencing delinquency, kids that have formerly been homeless. And with that, what we're going to do is provide rental assistance, because right now in the San Diego marketplace, if you're at risk for losing your home and need help boosting up your rent at that point, or if we're helping you get into your first home, if you're a victim of trafficking or a first-time foster kid finding your own home.
Now, we mentioned it in the intro, you're celebrating your golden anniversary, celebrating 50 years of making a difference in building stronger communities. And while you're celebrating this remarkable milestone, Don, you are retiring at the end of the year after 16 years of service. What's next on the horizon for you?
Well, I'm so proud of my 16 years with Lifeline, and in context, it's also about 35 years in San Diego nonprofits. And so I feel like I've kind of earned an opportunity to step back and not work as hard, probably do a little consulting work, and excited to do more traveling. And I've already got trips planned for Europe and hopefully beyond.
And you've certainly earned it. To learn more or to support, scan the QR code on your screen or visit lifelinecs.org. Don, we thank you so much for sharing this valuable community resource, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we thank you for joining us on San Diego Living. We'll see you next time.